Now Radio Sports Network and Centricom Team Hive.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 3A quarterfinals on the campus of Southern Utah University, America First Event Center, where the number 1 seeded Trojans from Morgan High School will face the number 8 seeded Falcons of Canyon View High School. I'm Tyler Quigley. I'm joined today by Dustin Shakespeare. Dustin, how are you?
Hey, doing great.
What a great first game we had today.
That was so fun.
Crazy.
That was a great overtime ball game, and it came down to offensive rebound and free throws.
Yeah, and the free throws, both teams were really doing quite well. Today, in this game, what are your thoughts going into Morgan Canyon View?
Well, obviously Morgan's just a crazy powerhouse that's going to have to be slowed down. So what do you do if you're Canyon View? You do have some size to try to contend with Bracken and Mason. But I really still think they're going to be able to do a lot of what they want to do. But, you know, the game breaker, Brody. What's going to happen there, and is Brody ready to come have a heyday? He's going to get some spots. The actions that Coach Hunt runs provide all those guys some good looks. I'm kind of excited to see how that goes. But on the other side, Canyon View, Jeter Sanders scores so well. And so what does Morgan do? Who's going to pick him up and have to guard him? I'm curious to see how the matchup goes there, because he can shoot it so many different ways. So I think Coach Hunt will look to rotate his guys a little bit right there, give Brody some time on him, and then of course Jake does such a nice job on ball. I'm curious to watch that as well.
Yeah, Jake's the number 1 assist man in all of 3A, averaging almost 6 per game. And Brody Peterson's been dinged up a little bit, so we'll see how much time Coach Hunt gives him today. But it should be a fun game. Looking forward to it.
And yeah, so coming off of that injury, obviously he's been able to get back into practice, which is nice. But hopefully, in Morgan's words, is he won't have to go 100 miles an hour all game long.
That's right.
And rest that just a little bit. But we'll see how it goes.
We're into the starting lineups. You want to take the Falcons, and I'll take the Trojans?
Yes. So you've got Jackson Whitaker. He's number 0. Jeter Sanders, like I said, he is a great scorer, number 2. And Jack Meyer, number 4, and Jackson Beeler, number 5. And then I didn't catch who the last one was as they ran out there, as we were excited to talk about how the game was coming up. So looks like it is number 22, Anthony Kamba.
For the Trojans, starting number 3, 6-foot senior Brody Peterson. He leads all of Utah in steals per game at 4.5. Number 5, a 6'5 senior Bracken Saunders, the all-time leading scorer in Morgan High history. Number 11, Jake Hansen, a 5'11 senior, assist leader for the Trojans and leading all of 3A in assists. And Mason Williams, a 6'6 senior, block shot specialist, rebounding specialist, averaging nearly a double-double this season for the Trojans. The only junior starting for the Trojans is number 25, Cade Spence. He's a junior. He's a blue-collar player. He likes to just get down and mix it up and just has a great time out there.
Yeah, he does a great job of gluing together the Trojans. Coach Blackner will have a good scout here on Morgan. I'm curious to watch what he does to try to slow him down just a little bit, as Morgan just scores so well.
Morgan controls the tip. Brody Peterson on the right side, looking for the cutter. Hansen up to the high post to throws it away. Tried to get Spence down low.
Did a good job jumping into that lane and taking it away to Canyon View.
Campbell with the ball. Morgan in a man-to-man defense to start the game. Number 2, Sanders takes the jumper. 3-point shot, no good. And ball tipped around, controlled by Canyon View. Underneath, a quick pass to Jeter, blocked by Saunders up high. Bracken Saunders. We've got Saunders and Sanders. We'll see if we can keep a track of everything.
Right. Keep it going there. But the size of Canyon View, see it helping them out right there. They can contend with the size of Morgan.
Hansen takes a mid-range jumper, shot no good. Rebound, Canyon View, number 4, Meyer, 6'7".
He's a big old guy. He does a good job for Canyon View being able to help clean up the glass.
Canyon View with the ball. Morgan, a three-pointer, long, or was it a two-point shot?
Yeah,
Needed to step back another few inches, but first 2 of the game by number 4, Meyer.
Well, and sagging down off of him, being in help, Meyer able to catch and see and feel that and knock it down.
Hansen with the ball for the Trojans, up top to Bracken Saunders.
Randall.
Long three, and he got it. Bracken Saunders, almost from the logo. The first points for the Trojans.
He is tough. Jackson Whitaker, he's got the job of trying to guard Sanders there. That's tough, Saunders. Now you got me confused.
I know, sorry about that. We'll just go, should we say Jeter?
Say Jeter and Bracken.
Yeah. All right. Here's Meyer with the ball, guarded by Williams, right in front of the Trojan bench. Hansen underneath now to Meyer. Williams loves these matchups against the similar size guys, as I've had a chance to visit with him. He loves the competition.
Well, in that time, he plays behind him and able to make that a tough shot for Meyer.
Brody Peterson to the rim, and one opportunity here for the Trojans.
Yeah, if you're Morgan, you're excited because when you can get Brody early, then that really helps Morgan keep the churning machine just going and going. And that right there on that downhill, able to draw one. And when he came up bouncing, I thought he might come up bouncing on the hurt foot, but it was the other foot that was bouncing. That was all right.
Yeah, in talking with him, he's confident that he's ready to roll. So extra tape today. Free throw, right. No good. Rebound, Meyer.
He's cleaning up the glass. Got a little 1-2-2 half-court trap coming. Coach Hunt's teams are been so good at that.
Loves the trap. And a 10-second call. The trap paid off.
Well, and you love the shot clock nowadays because it makes it to where it's just easy to call that, because that wouldn't have been called in before the shot clock. That might be my one thing I like the shot clock about.
it does
makes
simplify
that easy for you.
For sure.
So he flips into that trap just in transition and gives that 10-second call.
Jake Hansen with the ball for the Trojans. Brody Peterson up top, over to Hansen. Looking underneath, has Peterson on the wing for three, no good. Rebound, tipped out of bounds. Canyon View ball.
I like the little entry right there, 1-4 low to get Mason a look, but guarded really well by Canyon View.
Mason Williams is ranked number 2 in rebounding in all of 3A at almost 10 per game.
Well, the trap actually got to set a trap that time.
Canyon View up top, over to Comba. Has a man open underneath, and Myers, it bounces around, and he ends up for an easy 2.
Yeah, Whitaker couldn't catch it there as he thought it was for him, but instead, that was good active hands to be able to get that catch.
Hansen now up the left side to Spans, up to Mason Williams. Peterson open for 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound, Meyer.
Canyon View's help was really good that possession and allowed him to make an easy rebound.
Morgan again with the half-court trap. Meyer wide open at the free throw line. Easy jumper, and he has 6 points for the Falcons.
Coach Hunt says there was a little confusion on the defense we were in right there. That was not supposed to happen.
Canyon View up 6-5. Peterson. Foul called underneath the basket on the drive. Looks like it was called on Beeler.
Yeah, got up in there and got too physical. One of the chinks I have seen in Morgan's defensive armor is in transition at times defensively. They do get a little bit lost in which defense they're supposed to be in.
Mason Williams with the ball up to Hansen. Over to Peterson again for the corner 3. This one again no good. Rebound Williams, one bounce, bank shot good. Mason Williams.
Like the gather because he lifted to get that board. It put him down underneath the backboard towards the gutter. Used that strong power dribble to get himself back out, so an easy finish. Morgan
now up 7-6. Again, Brody Peterson putting the pressure on with the half-court trap.
How fun is it to have a Brody Peterson on the top of your trap?
Oh, he is just, he's like the Tasmanian devil
out
there. He loves to drive down. He's so energetic, and seems to have some extra tape on the ankle, and he's feeling confident today.
Good. So Bryson Barnes is going to come in for Camba right here for Canyon View against the trap. A little more ball handling.
Here's Barnes with the ball stolen away by the Trojans. Spence has it up the left side. Goes up with the left hand, blocked. Good defense there by Canyon View.
They ran their defensive lanes really well.
Meyer up for his 8th point, an easy bank shot.
And Morgan's slow to get back in transition. Canyon View taking advantage of that and pushing it right back down at them. They stayed disciplined in running their lanes.
Hansen handling the point duties for the Trojans. Williams out behind the 3-point line now. Peterson looking in for Saunders. He's not there. Now he has it underneath on the block. Turnaround jumper, soft, but no good. Rebound, Meyer dropped it. and out of bounds. Possession, Canyon View.
Bracken and Whitaker having a fight down there underneath. There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on. Be interesting to see as it develops. Felt like Bracken might have wanted to push that one up a little quick.
Canyon View handles the trap. Trapped up top.
Back.
Brody with a steal to Hansen. Left hand layup, good. Brody Peterson to Jake Hansen.
Well, and as you talked about him handling the trap, it was the initial pressure, but they're bringing 3 up, and Morgan keeping the pressure on, able to turn that over.
Canyon with the ball up top. Morgan with a 9-8 lead underneath the Meyer, guarded by Williams. Kick out for 3. No. Barnes thought about the 3, but then got it in for Jeter for 2, his first 2.
But as you said, he thought about it, recognizing Jeter's coming from the offside. He needs to get going as he's so much of what Canyon View is.
Jeter averaging 19 points per game, so he has his first 2. Hansen, mid-range jumper. Got it. Silky smooth, Jake Hansen.
And Barnes was right up in him. That was good defense.
Canyon View gets the ball across. Now triple team there by the Trojans. Here's a 3-pointer up and no good. Rebound Meyer. It's in the paint. Turnaround jumper. Bank shot. Got it.
Good. Big. Staying comfortable. Moving, getting a nice lift.
10 points now for Meyer.
They're face guarding Bracken, and it's Whitaker's doing a great job right there as he turns him over.
Barnes gets it up to Jeter. Number 2, Jeter. One of the best players that
can really score. That 1-2-2 softened up here, got a few traps.
Jeter thought about it, lobs it underneath, and pump fake, bank shot, got it.
Ball movement at Canyon View has just been so good. They've been shifting the defenses of Morgan all over the place until they walk. As soon as they catch Morgan walking, they're getting easy shots.
Saunders with the ball now up top to Hansen. Underneath to Mason Williams. A couple of dribbles. Turnaround bank, hook shot, no good. Spins with the rebound. Peterson 3, no. Spins again. Tries to pass it to Williams. Now gets it out to Saunders for 3. That's no good. And a nice box out by Canyon View there.
Yeah, Jeter had him right, and Whitaker got the rebound. So good team effort on the boards by Canyon View as they'd given Morgan quite a few offensive rebounds that possession.
Yes, padding the stats on the offensive boards. I think the Trojans would rather have the points, but here's Hansen with the steal. Again up the left side, layup, got it. Hansen, his 4th point.
And if Canyon View's been able to keep Morgan out of transition, they've been able to really, that's where this leads come from, but Morgan, the turnovers, giving them enough to stay close right here.
Peterson tight D and they got him with a foul there on that one. Brody Peterson, the Canyon View student section loves it.
Yes, they do. They're excited. So little Coach Hunt, he's not too sure.
Brody didn't like it either. But,
Justin might be his old player. I'm trying to remember. He might have been a little young, actually.
Is that the official?
Yes, the one that he's talking to right there.
Coach Hunt is a legend in Utah high school basketball. Over 500 wins, 5 state championships as a coach, including last year for the Trojans. Run. Barnes with the ball, guarded by Peterson. Over to Jeter. Hansen on him. Looking underneath. Meyer for a little jump shot, no good. Box out and rebound handled by Canyon View. Play there. And Meyer with a floater, no. Ball tipped out of bounds. Morgan ball. That's the end of the opening quarter. What a wild first quarter there. Canyon View up 14-13. We are at the campus of Southern Utah University America First Event Center with the 3A basketball playoffs brought to you by Centracom and Team Hive on KSL Sports.
Every morning when I walk in the door, I'm still at an awe. The quality of beef that we're harvesting here at Bar W, in my 40 years of experience, I have never seen beef after beef after beef of the extreme quality. Every single one of them that are coming through are top shelf.
Now back to the court for more high school sports action on Centracom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back into the 3A quarterfinals. The number 1 seeded Trojans playing the number 8 seeded Falcons of Canyon View High School. I'm Tyler Quigley, joined by Dustin Shakespeare. How your thoughts on
said Coach Blackner scouts really well, and he has game plans. Canyon View's bigs, I thought, had a huge impact. The defense of Whitaker, some problems. So as they move through the second quarter, what can Morgan do to get it more in a transition game? Because that's where they've been able to stay close. It's a 7-8 point game without that transition, as Canyon View's been able to do really well inside.
Number 4, Jack Hurd, has checked in for the Trojans. He's a senior. Received his mission call this week to Brazil.
Oh, congratulations there.
Whitaker up top, guarded tightly by Bracken Saunders. Barnes now handling the ball. Over to Maine, who also checked in at the break. Number 1, Barnes underneath, nowhere to go. And we have,
I was curious.
There's a lot of pivoting
there was a lot of pivoting, and then he just ducked so low to push through. Beeler did. Got the travel called.
Canyon View, a tall team with Beeler at 6'5" and Meyer at 6'7".
And I think that's been huge here in the first quarter. Canyon View's going to stay work. Fun to watch that battle going on between Whitaker and Bracken.
Hurd with the ball. Now Peterson has it. Hansen on the left wing in front of the Canyon View bench. Peterson, he'll take a 3, and he got it.
Can't give him.
Peterson.
You can't give him 3 of those. He's had 3 of those looks, and one of them has to fall because he can really fill it up if he gets going.
There's no doubt. He had 9 threes against American Heritage earlier this season, and that's a Morgan school record, so he can definitely light it up.
Jake Hansen doing such a good job on Jeter. That was some serious ball pressure he was providing.
Here's Jeter. Drives in, takes a mid-range jumper over Mason Williams, and he got it.
I like they forced the switch right there on the screen, and that gave Jeter enough space. He doesn't have to have much.
4 points for Jeter Sanders. Mason Williams underneath. Way down low, and he's fouled.
That was a good catch by Morgan. He ended up setting some action and coming to the block with Sanders on him. And so that was a good job hitting him so that he had to try to guard him. I mean, realistically, standing behind him, the only thing you're going to do is foul him or let him get a layup as he caught him. That was really nice by Morgan as they came around from the wing, got a post-entry pass to him.
First free throw, no good. 16-16, 3A quarterfinals. The winner of this team will face Grantsville, who was victorious in the first game in overtime against Emory. A great game, back and forth. Emory got up to an 11-0 start, and then Grantsville
got a timeout by Coach Riding, and then they got rolling.
Great timing on the timeout, and they came back and made it happen. No one in to rebound for the Trojans.
That was interesting.
Missed both of them, Mason did.
That was weird. So they're going to stick with their man.
Jeter with the ball, guarded by Hansen.
Gave him a lot of ball screens up there on top to bring him down the floor.
Double team by Mason Williams. Jeter bumped by Williams, foul.
Yeah, and right now the momentum just really favoring Canyon View as they've been able to control the ball, handle the pressure quite well, and just get good looks.
That's the first foul on the Trojans this game.
There you go. You got to like that if you're in the second quarter with 1 foul.
I noticed these are the same officials. They let them play in the last game.
Yes, they did.
Defensive cornerback play there by Hurd. To the rim, blocked by Mason Williams. Ball up and finally controlled by Saunders, and he's fouled.
Zach Main heading downhill, trying to get it. The help side came over and caused him problems. It's a good job by Morgan to come bring that help to where he couldn't get that finish.
That's Zach Main's first personal. He's a 6'1" senior.
And that's just their second team foul here in the second quarter.
Yeah, only 4 fouls called in the whole game. So
you got to love that. Let them play.
Hansen handling the ball for the Trojans at the logo. Over to Peterson. Back to Hansen. Tipped. Hurd has it. Cross court to Peterson.
This boxing one of Canyon View has been matching up really well. At times it looks full man.
Brody Peterson up and off the glass. A 3-point play opportunity for Brody.
That time it was clearly a boxing one. They were north, and that's where you could see Brody able to get that catch as it had shifted and get downhill to the rim. Whitaker, he's just been working his tail off on Bracken.
Whitaker with his first personal. Bracken's a handful, the guard. That'll wear a guy out on defense.
Yes, it will.
Free throw no good for Peterson. Morgan 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Canyon View yet to take a free throw. Brody Peterson tipped the ball.
Loves to jump that switch. That was a fun jump switch again.
I did forget. Brody did have that foul, that one foul that he didn't like.
And one.
So two fouls on the Trojans.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Anyway, here's Meyer with the pop. Over to Maine. Guarded tightly by Peterson. Morgan in the man-man defense. Lob underneath. Meyer has it. Shot clock down to 1. Shot no good. Rebound Hurd.
Really good defense. They just didn't let the Canyon View action ever get moving as Jeter was smothered on the offside.
Underneath to Williams. Right-hand hook shot. He got it. Mason Williams.
That is a tough shot, and he's got a guy his size to come over his shoulder right there. That was a tough finish by Mason.
The 30-second timeout. Do you want to keep it here?
Heck yeah.
Well, why not?
I like the timeout by Coach Blackner as Morgan's starting to hit a rhythm. And in these situations, Morgan's clearly better on paper. And so you may need to use an early timeout to grab that if they're hitting any type of rhythm. So Coach Blackner gets that. Now he can rediscuss. Are we going to match up a little bit more, or are we going to stick with this box and one and make that adjustment? And then offensively, that Morgan man defense is starting to tighten up.
Let's talk about some of the players on Canyon View to keep an eye on. Zach May, number 1, has 36 threes this season. Jeter Sanders is the number 1 three-point shooter on Canyon View. He's ranked number 4 in all of 3A with 65 threes this year. Also averages 19 points, which puts him in the top 5 of all scorers in 3A. So, and Jack Meyer, of course, averages 10 points, almost 8 rebounds, almost a double-double, 1.5 blocks per game. So keep an eye on him.
Yeah, those bigs do a lot of good for Canyon View, and like you said, Jeter is fun to watch score.
Morgan again with the full court press.
Beeler went ahead and cleaned him off.
Hurd went down there, but doesn't look too worse for the wear. He's up. Jeter has it up at the logo, guarded tightly by Hansen. Now Bracken, ball underneath, and a layup up, and got it.
Movement off the ball for Canyon View, much better that possession, and they got Morgan out of position. That cut on the baseline was really good by Whitaker.
Hansen drives in, kick out to Peterson. He's in the paint, but nowhere to go. Hansen thought about the 3, instead takes a long 2, got it. He is so good at those 2-point shots.
Forcing that box to come out and close out. Just patient, overclose, attack him and knock that down.
8 points now for Hansen. Jeter guarded by Hansen, picked up his dribble and gave the Trojans a chance for a steal and the ball thrown away.
Bracken and Brody both sniffed that one out and jumped the lane. And they had, who was that out?
That was Hansen out.
Hansen out for him, but just not able to
overthrew him a little bit.
Yeah.
Spins back in for the Trojans, replacing Hurd.
So Morgan going to put some full court pressure on.
Morgan up 22-18, 3:36 remaining in the second quarter.
Like it's man.
Morgan will back off and do their little half-court trap here. No, they
staying with
down.
Man pressure.
Barnes over to Meyer. Up top, Whitaker driving in with the right hand. Now a pivot, a nice move, shot no good. Rebound, Williams.
Yeah, able to just keep him enough off balance with spins to where that finish was hard. Morgan doing a good job holding the one and done.
Hansen has it, looking underneath. No, kicks it out to Saunders. Spins now up to Saunders for 3. Looks short, it is short. Rebound, Barnes.
That college line so far back out there. Bracken was a long ways back.
I'm assuming the coaches are telling him it's the white line, guys. It's the white line.
That's right.
Brody Peterson just picked up his second personal.
He'll have to take a break.
He will. Morgan will check in number 2, Cade Randall. for Peterson. Cade is a senior. He's a quarterback on the Morgan High football team.
Okay, there you go. All right, so baseline out of bounds. They're going to change. They went 1-4 low first. Now they're going to go out of a box. Just trying to size up the big for a lob. And
Lob clear out to the 3-point line, so nowhere to go there.
I think it was supposed to come into a flex screen, but it was way delayed.
Barnes wide open. He'll take a 3. No good. Good box out there by Saunders, and he's fouled.
Yeah, as Meyer just kept shoving and shoving underneath, they were able to get him.
Is it Mayer?
Probably.
We'll go with the PA announcer.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So Mayer it is.
Hansen averaging 16 points per game. He already has 8 in this game. 2:28 remaining in the second quarter. Hansen, left-hand dribble. Spins now to Hansen for 3. Shot no good. Rebound fought for, and it will stay with the Trojans.
Yeah, both Canyon View players right there. Bracken's kind of in between them. They ended up shoving out of bounds. Bracken did a nice job of fighting that and not giving it to just Canyon View. They're going to go zone out of bounds right here.
Oh, lobbed and a steal by Canyon View, blocked by Cade Randall. What a play. What a defensive play by an offensive football specialist.
Yeah, it was good hustle back to take care of business.
Spins, thought about the 3 and decided not to. This time he will take it from the top and got it. Cade spins, holds down 3 fingers and said, I just made a 3, guys.
Well, and I like Jack Hansen got the pass in so he could be an inside out. Good ball movement by Morgan.
Here's Canyon View now. Well, they're calling a little tighter now, so there's a foul on Spins.
They've, like you said, made a complete change on how they were calling it. And see if they settle back down or if they're going to keep calling it this tight. As they just jumped that switch and it hit a chest. There wasn't any reaching.
Third team foul of the quarter for the Trojans with 1:44 remaining.
We must have commented on how there weren't so many fouls called.
I think they have their headpieces in.
It must be.
They heard it. Yeah. Jeter up top to Mayer. And ball moving around. Nowhere to go there. Jeter has it. Pump fake. Free throw line jumper. Good.
Got a nice pin down on the offside of the ball. With that pin down, he lifts and able to start moving. That freed him up for the catch. Good movement by Canyon View.
6 points now for Jeter Sanders. Mason Williams. Hansen looking underneath to Bracken. He can't get open, but spins, takes another 3 and drills it. Cade Spins.
Good patience. Able just to have this box and one struggle.
Morgan up 28-20. 2 straight 3s for Spins. Now Jeter handling the dribble, guarded by, we have Sanders on Saunders now.
That's right.
I think I got that backwards, but anyway, Bracken's on Jeter. Just say that.
Good switch, yep.
Mayer underneath, picked up his dribble, he's in trouble. Gets it out up top to Whitaker.
10 seconds left.
Shot clock down to 8. And Mayer takes a 3, no good. Rebound, Mason Williams.
Man defense of Morgan's just making it really hard on Canyon View. That time they didn't move as well off the ball, and Morgan took advantage of it.
Cade Spence has 8 threes on the season, now 10.
Now we've just got 10 seconds left in the quarter break. Morgan's going to take the last shot.
Hansen has it. Gets it underneath to Randall, reverse layup, no good. Mason Williams got the board, but that will be the end of the first half. Morgan 28, Canyon View 20. Should we step away for a break and come right back? This is the 3A quarterfinals on Centracom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
This school year will be different.
This year, I'll do my assignments on time.
I will listen to my teacher.
I solemnly swear.
I won't eat any glue.
I'll do my homework every night.
Every night.
Research? No problem.
School, I got this.
This year will be different. Visit Centracom.com to power your education with the best internet experience. Everyone succeeds with School to the Power of Centracom.
art is an expression of my identity. As an artist, my identity is everything. Every stroke I make depicts my purpose and every signature brings my dreams to life. I am La Morena. With my style check-in account from Mountain America Credit Union, I can create with confidence, knowing I have built-in identity protection. This premium future lets me stay focused and bringing color to the world. Open a new checking account today. Make my style your lifestyle.
Why did I choose Huntsman? To get real experience, real support, and a career focus from day one. Instead of regular classes on Fridays, we dive into workshops, build our network, and grow together. At the Huntsman School, we forge lifelong friendships, support each other through challenges, and celebrate our wins. Here, students graduate with experience and jobs waiting. We dare mighty things together. That's the Huntsman difference. Learn more at huntsman.usu.edu.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CBMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Now back to the court for more high school sports action on Centracom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
All right.
Hey, welcome back.
That was a fun half of basketball right there as we got to see Morgan Canyon View come out and battle it out. And man, I love how it was called early on. Allowed them to play. It was very physical. Canyon View loves a physical game. Of course, Morgan does too. I thought that was a good battle. I hopefully will come back second half and see them come back to that. Morgan, I thought, did a really nice job of getting into a rhythm after the initial just early morning. Number one seed, got to get your feet under you. I thought they did a nice job of getting going.
Assuming neither of these teams are used to playing at 10 a.m., but they're usually in chemistry.
Right, exactly. You got to be in class at that time. And so what do you do to prepare? With Monday off, it's kind of nice because you can run a morning practice. I know Morgan practice at 10. I'm sure Canyon View practice sometime in the morning, the same thing, to kind of get that feeling of getting yourself going in the morning.
Morgan took control in the second quarter, outscoring Canyon View 15-6.
And that's where you saw Canyon View, the physicality changed a little bit. They weren't able to get some of their easier actions that they had done. I thought they did a nice job breaking down Canyon View, the trap, and getting a few things. But then the man defense got tougher for Morgan, and that made it harder for Canyon View right there.
Shout out to the Canyon View drill team, whose music has seemed to stop, but it hasn't stopped them. They're going for it.
I haven't seen something like that, but they've practiced this enough. They can do it without music.
They're doing a great job.
So Brad Father's got us back to the stats. Sure appreciate what he does. He'll be here all tournament. He'll be here for the next three tournaments. Well, yeah, all three tournaments. I think he goes up to 1A as well.
What stands out to you on the stats as you look at those?
I always like to look at turnovers first, see what the teams are doing. Morgan's only turned it over 6 times up to Canyon View's 9, and that's what we talked about really early in the game. Those turnovers is what kept Morgan close as Canyon View jumped out with the lead. Both teams sharing the ball well. They've got 8 assists, and then we go to the rebounds. Canyon View's out rebounding them as of right now, 1 in each spot, offensive and defensive rebounds. Canyon View with 4 offensive and 8 defensive, and that puts Morgan at the 3 offensive and 7 defensive. So Canyon View, and I thought they've done an excellent job bringing the energy and being really ready to go here against Morgan.
Yeah, they really have. You're coming in and taking on the defending 3A state champions, the reigning 3A MVP in Bracken Saunders, who is just an incredible player. He'll play at the next level for sure, and they've really stepped up and done a great job on him.
When we take a look at the three-point shooting, because that's going to have an impact, Canyon View has not shot a 3. And that's not a lot of their game. You know, they've got the size, and Jeter, obviously, if he gets open, can shoot it. But their other guys can be okay when they're open, but that's not a huge piece. On the other side for Morgan, they've knocked down 4 for 9, so they're at 44%. And I always felt like if you're anywhere close to 40%, you need to shoot more of them.
There's no doubt. Morgan's a great three-point shooting team, and they got a little boost there, kind of some bonus threes by Spence there.
Yeah, Kate Spence out of that box and 1, able to get over on that left side. His feet set, getting the catch. It's open enough for him as it pulled him over to be able to knock it down.
This is the Morgan High cheer team. They're back-to-back-to-back state champions, the Morgan High cheer team. So they'll
there you go.
Do a performance here for the fans.
So as we look at that individual scoring right now, just as we've talked about how good Jeter Sanders is, he has been held to 6 points. There we go.
Yeah.
I was trying to get the right column. So Jackson Whitaker with 2, and he's been defending Bracken and doing such a good job. And then Jack Meyer, the big fella, doing work. He's got 10. And then Jackson Beeler's got just the 2 on the other side for Morgan. We've got Brody Peterson. He came out and got 7. Bracken Saunders with 3. Jake Hansen with 8. Cade Spence with 6. And Mason Williams with 4. And I thought that was one area Mason has been getting some catches, but there's been times on the switches or the spacing of the box and 1 where Mason could probably get some easier looks, see if they can get back to him.
I have to think that Canyon View's happy with Bracken Saunders only with 3 points at this point, and they're going to make the other players beat them.
Absolutely, and you know that's what you got to do. Bracken.
Same thing with Jeter.
Exactly. Bracken's just such a scorer. Jeter's such a scorer that you've got to make sure you hold both of those guys down and see what the team can do around them.
Yeah, we'll take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Saunders' only point was that deep 3.
Wow, and it wasn't that open.
He didn't hesitate, did he?
No, he wanted to knock that one down.
And like you said, Brody Peterson drove in and had a nice and 1 opportunity. Morgan has not. Morgan went to the free throw line 3 times, didn't make any. Canyon View, no trips to the free throw line. Little unusual.
That is, yeah. You don't see that as often. And on these replays, you get to see there's Jack Meyer again, or Mayer. He had such a good impact. How do you get him some more good looks and get Morgan to maybe switch off and give him a size advantage?
Looking at the foul situation, Brody Peterson with the Trojans with 2 fouls. No one else has more than 1 on either team, so really no trouble from foul situation other than Brody. He's an aggressive defender. He's going to pick up some fouls.
Yeah,
and according to him, he's never fouled.
And that's the interesting piece. He's pretty sure he hasn't,
about it.
But I love he is, like you said, so aggressive and gets after it. And I think on the other end of the floor, you've got to look at Whitaker. Jackson Whitaker has just been guarding Bracken, and man, he's been physical. He's been right up in him and done an excellent job. Probably as good as anybody has this year so far here in the first half.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Morgan has led 62% of the game. The first quarter, both teams, like you said, came out and were just trying to feel it out, and a lot of banging around. The officials let it ride and then decided to tighten it up a little bit, but we'll see how they do here in the second half. The winner of this team goes on to face Grantsville in the semis. They beat Emory earlier today in overtime.
Really fun ball game.
You and Robert had a great call on that game, and it was fun to watch. What was the tie and lead change situation in that game?
Robert tracks that. I'm not good at that.
It
was a lot. Robert's the stat man. I just get to stare at the floor and see what I see. But I saw on one of those, and that's something I think that Canyon could look at for Jeter. Get a couple more of those pinned down screens. Those are hard to guard, even when you're face guarding like they've been doing. Good pin down. See if they can get him some more space. And there's a couple others, maybe a flare here and there, but see if they can get that from. If you pin down with a big and open up, then you've got the seal on the one side. You got the Jeter coming up. Might see if they can get that going for him.
This has been the Jones and DeMille Engineering Halftime Show. Champions are propelled by dedication, teamwork, commitment, vision, and a desire to be their best. Jones and DeMille Engineering, your local award-winning engineering firm. Second half will be underway momentarily. Shall we keep it here?
Barrett says we're good to go. So looking forward coming out of halftime, adjustments. Coach Hunt ran some of his 1-2-2 half court, ran a little full court man, and then generally really was able to start slowing Canyonman down when their man got in place with help. There's times when Morgan's help disappears because they are really good on the ball. And so making sure to remember to get in to help. On the other side of the floor, Canyon View's ran box and 1 and some man from what I can tell. There's times where that box and 1 I think looks like a man, but it's really they're matched up a little bit better. But are they going to stay with that and ride it and how do they get some easier baskets developed here, because Morgan can score.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Morgan's big four all averaging double figures, with Hansen averaging 16 points per game, Peterson 14, Saunders 23, and Williams 11. So they're a lot to handle on the offensive side.
Yes, they are. It looks like that they will go with that box and one. As you can see, Whitaker is right back saying hi to Bracken.
He's already in his face, isn't he? Yeah. Morgan's ball to start the third quarter. Hansen looking, gets it up to Spence. Had an open three, didn't take it. Gets it to Peterson for three, no good. Saunders rebound, box out under to Williams. Back to Peterson for another try at the three. That one again, no good. Rebound, Mayer.
Bracken being unselfish and moving it, but Canview making it tough enough to get him finally a rebound.
Morgan with a man-to-man defense. Hansen up tight on Jeter. Whitaker guarded by Spence.
Guarded that block really well.
Tries to lob it in, and it's stolen by Hansen.
Yeah, and the help I thought was even going to grab it a little earlier. That Jeter set a block-to-block screen as he came off. Man, Bracken handled it well.
Hansen dribbles with the right hand, fakes, shot, got it. Jake Hansen with a mid-range jumper. He has 10 points in today's game.
Just attacking that box a little differently, trying to find out where the defense is going to give him an easy shot.
You don't see the mid-range taken as often, but Hansen loves it. Drive to the basket, no good. Rebound by the Trojans.
And they had a chance to get up the floor as Canview was way slow.
Bracken with a shot from the elbow, no good. He was open, so he took it.
That's right. He finally got to see some daylight.
Mayer, left hand dribble, right hand jumper, shot up, no good. Rebound, Mason Williams up high.
Both teams just content to walk the ball up the floor here to start out the third quarter.
Morgan up by 10. Spins for three. Nope, it may have been a heat check. I don't know, but
Bracken had sealed in well and gave him a lot of time. A lot of times with that box and one, if you'll use him as a screener, it can get guys open like that.
Jeter with the ball for Canyon View, the number 8 seed. Big student section here for Canyon View. It's their home city. There's a few students here from Morgan.
A little bit of a different drive.
It is. I'll tell you, it was sketchy yesterday when I drove down. Tell you that. The shot was no good and a late foul called. Jeter will go to the line.
A lot of contact early, and I guess he just watched to see what was going to happen. Because as he came off of that screen right there, you can see on the replay, just jumped into him from the backside as he was just late coming in.
That's Hansen's first personal. Sends Jeter to the line. The first free throws for Canyon View, and that one's good.
On if you can, if you're excited to see Jeter get to the line, as he's had a tough time even just getting catches, but he needs to get to that free throw line against this pressure.
I was on a three, so we're doing three. Got his first two.
He's not. This isn't new to him. This all year most teams have chased Jeter like this. As Canview's relied heavily on his scoring.
And he gets all three. 9 points now for Jeter Sanders. Spins back to Hansen, looking underneath. Spins is open for three. Takes it, no good. Rebound, Canyon View. Quickly up to Mayer. Layup, left hand with the right hand on the left side. Got it.
And now they're closed that to a two-possession game and getting out in transition. Catching Morgan sleeping in defensive transition again like they did in the first quarter.
12 points for Mayer. Kamba guarding Hansen. Gets it underneath to Williams. Right hand hook shot. He got it, assisted by Hansen.
How fun is that shot? It's just not something you get to see a lot of, as he's just able to turn over his shoulder and go over the front of the rim.
That's a shot that even when he's being guarded by a 6'7" player, still was able to get it up, no problem.
It's fun to see.
Here's Kamba, three-pointer in front of the bench. He got it right bottom of the net.
They got Brody to suck in off of help, and as he was so deep into help, Kamba was wide open. Coach Blackner, he's calling a timeout as it's back to that 4-point game, so just 2 short possessions.
His first points of the game, and it's a full timeout. Should we take it? We'll take it. This is the 3A boys basketball quarterfinal, brought to you by Team Hive, Centracom, and KSL Sports.
State Bank of Southern Utah is not just another bank. We are your neighbors, your friends, and your local financial partners, interested in building long-term relationships.
When you choose State Bank, you invest in our community. Your money stays here and is reinvested in friends and family, building Southern Utah.
Each one of our 17 branches is staffed and ready to serve you.
Come and experience the difference of true community banking at State Bank of Southern Utah.
Now back to the court for more high school sports action on Centracom Team Hive and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to the campus of Southern Utah University, America First Event Center for today's second 3A quarterfinal featuring the Morgan Trojans, number 1 seed versus the number 8 seed Falcons of Canyon View. The winner to go on to face Grantsville, the number 12 seed. Loser will face Emory. They were the number 5 seed, I believe.
Canyon View's ball movement that last possession was really good.
Randall checked in at the break, gets it into Mason Williams, who tries another hook shot. No good.
And not nearly the same action, as he wasn't able just to pivot and use it over the top of his shoulder. Canview just literally pushed him out to that 8-foot mark.
It's almost a fadeaway hook shot. Here's Mayer, shot no good, in and out. Great look, but didn't go.
Yeah, he needs those to fall, and he's shown us he can make them as he knocked him down the first quarter.
Bracken to Brody. Jake now looks back into Mason. Nowhere to go. Gets it to Hansen. Crowd wanted a 3-point call. Hansen, a turnaround jumper from way out deep and controlled by Kamba. Great rebound and box out.
That Canyon View box and one moves as well as a box and one can move.
Ball underneath, kicked out. Kamba, another 3, up. No good. It may have been blocked.
Yeah, Bracken came and got a tip on it just at the end. Good closeout as he's just got so much more length over Kamba.
Cody Peterson in the paint. Nowhere to go. Gets it out to Hansen. Hansen now gets it to Bracken, and he's fouled.
Well, that was weird because he just kept getting fouled as Rigby just dug in, and I guess it's because Bracken kept going at the rim. He decided he'd keep playing.
He made the layup, but they didn't count it.
Story. They didn't count it.
It's not the NBA.
That's right. All right, so Morgan's going to come out of there 4-1 low with the 2 bigs down on the blocks.
Hansen inbound.
Not.
Oh, gets it right to Bracken for an easy reverse layup with the right hand. What a play by the Trojans.
I was just saying they weren't chasing Bracken, and so he just got open and able to knock that one down.
Number 1, Whitaker up with the ball. To Mayer, takes a 3 from the college line, no good. Rebound, Randall.
And it looks like Canyon View wants him to get a few of those to fall as he keeps shooting them. They need him to do there to close the gap here.
Randall to Hansen, thought about the 3, instead gets it under to Williams. Pump fake, up, got it, and one opportunity.
Much different post entry that time as he was able to get the catch down low and center of gravity to where they couldn't push him off, and then he could go to work. As you watch that replay, just nice drop step, head fake, and then up and through using his strength. Good post action right there by Morgan. But the post entry gave it to him in great place where he could not have to lose position.
Got the free throw. Morgan finally made a free throw, so they have to be happy with that. 9 points now for Mason Williams. He averages 10 on the season, so he's right on track. Guarded tightly by Peterson. Over for a corner jumper, shot no good. And Whitaker up, and ball stolen by Saunders, and he's fouled.
Yeah, it was a good job. Whitaker coming around and just showing the ball. Bracken jumping in and ripping it out of his hands. Just coming from the top side right there as Mason had walled up really well, forcing Whitaker to take another pivot. And so Bracken coming from the top and being able to take that from him.
I don't think Coach Blackner liked that. That was Meyer's 3rd personal, so he goes to the bench.
And from that far away from the hoop, that's damaging. You know, he's probably 85 feet from the hoop.
Here's Hansen now up to Williams.
Whitaker's doesn't look up on Bracken down there.
We'll see if Jake can get him the ball. No, he finds Randall for a left-handed layup, and he got it.
You know, Randall, it was so fun to watch the passing right there as Randall moved out of the gutter, slipped in there, and he's gotten lost on this defense more than once. He's kind of sneaky down there.
Whitaker up with the ball. Now to Maine. Beeler looking underneath, but has nowhere to go. Dribbles it a few times. Bracken fouled him.
Yeah, and that was a good job by Beeler taking care of the ball, ripping through as they had really guarded all of Canyon View's action really well, knocked them off their screens.
Mason face guarding Beeler there with his hand.
That's right.
That was Bracken Saunders' first personal. First team foul of the quarter for the Trojans. There's a three-pointer up and good. Number 2.
Baseline out of bounds.
Saunders.
Execution right there by Canyon View, able to throw it in and then using the handoff as Jeter just sprints out, caught Jake sleeping.
Brody Peterson with the ball in front of the Trojan bench, dribbling with his right hand, looking to Bracken, can't find him. Randall has it now on the left side. Back to Hansen, under to Mason. One dribble, pivot, pump fake, right hook. Yes. Mason Williams.
Beeler able to push him off almost enough. As you can see that Mason regathered himself right there, because when he pushed off, it looked like he's going to be out of balance. Regathered, good strong finish.
11 points now from Mason Williams, assist to Hansen. Number 5, Beeler up top. Gets it to Maine. Or sorry, that's Whitaker with the ball. Tries to go back door to Jeter, and it's stolen by Hansen.
Good solid look. The pass just a little bit off because he couldn't catch with that hand very cleanly.
Brody Peterson in front of the Trojan bench. Now gets it to Hansen up top.
Coach Hunt's trying to get him organized on the action. He's going to run a little high-low right here, it looks like.
Coach Hunt, excellent coach. 500 career wins, 5 state championships as a coach. Ball stolen away by Canyon View. Bracken had it tipped out of his hand.
Yeah,
and then Morgan steals it right back.
Just getting weird and sloppy right now.
There's Bracken up, reverse layup good, assisted by Peterson. Timeout, Trojans.
Coach Hunt wants to talk about their offense not executing. He had an action he was trying to work on, and it wasn't for right now. It was for down the road, and they were struggling with it. That's what and that's Coach. You talk about that he's got all the wins, chase championships, but he holds his guys to the accountable, and he's always working for the next possession. How can we get better? And that's where you see this timeout called, is their execution was just sloppy. Come down, come back, finally get it. Let's get this cleaned up. Let me show you how I want you to run this again. We worked on it. Come on.
Coach Hunt is well known in Southern Utah. He has state championships at South Sevier in 06, 11, and 12, Panguitch in 98, and then Morgan last year in 25. He's assisted on his coaching staff by Craig Miles, Todd Richardson, and Lincoln Bagley.
Good staff. Coach Blackner has been coaching Canyon View for a while now, and you gotta love their fight. They've come out and they're working hard as Canyon View and trying to figure out how to slow down this Morgan Trojan #1 seed. They've just been tough.
Their band's here making it happen too, which provides a nice atmosphere. Great student section from Canyon View.
All right, so a little full court pressure by Morgan, be man.
Brody to guard the inbounder, who is Jeter.
You can see that up close on the camera here.
Appreciate all of our camera guys doing a great job today, getting these excellent shots. Hansen guarding Kamba. Now Jeter, guarded by Peterson. And Brody, with quick hands, has a steal, dribbles it with his right hand, and he's fouled. Beeler, he did not like that.
No, Beeler
kind of got him from behind.
Canyon View's working pretty hard. And
shout out to the Morgan team captain, Mason Williams, to say, Brody, just let it go.
Yeah, and that's important to do there, because it's emotionally kind of got hit across the face there a little bit.
Both teams will cool off for a minute while the officials, I wonder if they're going to take a look at this from a foul from behind.
Well, and was there a play on the ball is the conversation, and they've got to make a decision right there. Obviously, we get to watch it. We've got to watch it a couple times here on the replay, and he just kind of went through him with a long arm, wasn't down on the ball, so that's where they'll go with an intentional foul, which is a good call, because they definitely came through and just pushed him from behind. He wasn't doing much for the ball.
Did they call an intentional?
They did.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's going to give him 2 shots on the ball. The ball should be down underneath.
I don't know if they did. They're giving him on the sideline.
You're right. I swear I saw arms crossed there.
Who was the foul on? Was it on?
That? So I saw it wrong.
Beeler?
I watched the official go over, and I don't know what that sign was, but it was apparently not intentional.
Jake Hansen, to Saunders.
Yeah, it was on Beeler.
Baseline jumper, no good. That was I didn't even take note that the clock was almost out, but that's the end of the third quarter with Morgan leading 43-31 at the 3A quarterfinals, brought to you by Centracom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
Live high school sports action on Centracom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to the 3A quarterfinals, where the number 1 seeded Trojans enter the fourth quarter with a 43-31 lead. I'm Tyler Quigley. I'm joined by Dustin.
Physical game, and that's been nice in a lot of ways. You want to keep it moving physical. You don't want to be stopped physical, and generally speaking, it's been that way. So have the opportunity to see how this fourth one goes. Is just that 12-point lead has been hard to score.
The leading scorers in today's game are Saunders and Meyer, both with 12. Mason Williamson with 10. Canyon ball underneath, and a foul. That was an easy call there.
Well, and they set him up. They bring Jeter down off the offside into a flex screen, and Whitaker sprinted off that flex screen. He didn't come waiting, and that gave him space to get that catch and getting at the rim. Good call. Quarter break with his action that he knew he could get something moving if they executed better, and that time they did.
Whitaker's first one, no good. Morgan up 43-31. The foul was on Bracken Saunders. I thought they might call it on Cade Randall, but Bracken picked up his second personal. Second free throw good. A little 3 points now for Whitaker.
It looked like.
Quickly under to Mason Williams, and a right hand push shot got it.
And so they set up the pressure. Coach Hunt, and everybody was in position right there, so it countered the pressure really nice.
Now Mason Williams, the leading scorer in the game with 13. Oh. Hansen fell down. Bracken picks up the D for him and has a rebound. Dribbling down, goes rim to rim, layup up, and yes, Bracken Saunders. What a shot by Bracken.
Well, and I love what Mason did. He recognized who's coming down the floor, as you can see in this, and he got up and set a little bit of a brush screen and then stayed out of the way, so rim.
Nice Euro step there by Saunders.
Yeah,
such an athlete.
To finish.
Fundamentally sound. Free throw good. 10 points now for Bracken.
And Beeler's going to take a break. He's been playing tough.
Did he pick up that foul on Bracken?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So that will be his third. So
okay, probably.
Mayer and Beeler both with 3 for Canyon View. Here's Mayer. He thought about the 3. Maine has it. Kamba blocked by Hansen. Whitaker driving with the right hand off his foot.
Mason did a good job picking him up and just kind of siding and leading him down into the gutter early. Didn't let him get down towards the blocks. Good defense on the ball there. Here comes that 2-2-1 again out of Canyon View, they're in a comeback game situation, meaning they can't play possession. They've got to do something to speed Morgan up to get him some extra possessions.
Bracken Saunders from the elbow, shot up. Rebound Mason Williams fought for, and he's fouled.
Good, strong effort. Got in. A lot of Morgan Trojans around the hoop right there, as you see Randall slipping in with him, and just really all of Canyon View ended up on the back of Mason.
Whitaker now with 3 fouls as well. Mason balked out 3 different players at once there. Here's Brody Peterson with the ball up to Hansen. Underneath to Randall. Out to Peterson. Cross court to Bracken Saunders. Right baseline under to Randall. Stepped out of bounds.
And Randall, he does a good job sealing on that offside, knowing that he's got opportunities coming. He was about ready for that one, but Canyon View able to do this, kind of turn the favor, do a nice job on that drive to keep him and send him to the sideline.
Cade Randall, second-team All-State quarterback for the Morgan Trojan football team. A couple of players on this Trojan team I'll tell you about in a moment have championship rings in football and basketball. So here's Canyon View with the ball, baseline drive, Whitaker up and no shot, no good, and rebound controlled, and shot up and good by Zach Main, his first points of the game.
Initial drive by Mason, the length really helped out, but Canyon View doing a great job staying fighting, kicking out for an easier shot.
It's a foul up top on Whitaker. That could be his fourth.
He's a very physical player as he comes up and looks like he just tagged him.
And looks like we have a full timeout on the court. So that is his fourth personal. That is a full timeout. We'll take it at the 3A quarterfinal. This is Centricom and Team Hive and KSL Sports.
This is Nate Christensen at Zions Bank. We're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. And with a branch right around the corner, we're here for you wherever you are. For all your personal and business banking needs, come visit us and let us show you how Zions Bank is for you.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Every morning when I walk in the door, I'm still at an awe. The quality of beef that we're harvesting here at Bar W, in my 40 years of experience, I have never seen beef after beef after beef of the extreme quality. Every single one of them that are coming through are top shelf.
Now back to the court for more high school sports action on Centricom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio's
America First Event Center on the campus of Southern Utah University for today's 3A quarterfinal game. I'm Tyler Quigley, joined by Dustin Shakespeare.
Like the timeout there, just get them set. You've got the timeouts, you've got a little cushion, so you're not going to necessarily, it doesn't look like you're going to need it.
Out to Randall for three, and no good rebound. Bracken Saunders up high off the glass for two.
Offensive rebounds this time of year. They will make good offensive rebound by Bracken. The easiest shot he's had all day.
Mayer up top at the high post, guarded by Saunders. Kicks and shot up, no good. Rebound by Hansen down in the tall timber.
Yeah, great job defensively by Morgan, just closing off Jeter. And he decided.
There's a Randall with the ball up at the logo.
He's giving Morgan some really good minutes off the bench today.
He has played so well today. He's such a great athlete and a great young man. Here's a jumper, good by Hansen. Loves the mid-range jumper. 12 points now for Hansen.
You said that's what he's loving, and you can see it happening.
Here's a three, up and no good. Rebound Jeter, easy two off the glass.
Kind of returned it. Bracken got an easy one, Jeter got an easy one, both from offensive rebounds.
Jeter the leading scorer in the game with 14. Peterson, right-hand dribble, drops it to Bracken, right-hand bank shot from the left side, and it is good. Bracken Saunders now with 14 points.
Canyon View in that full court press, and you just saw Morgan just get up and behind it pretty quick.
Mayer up top to Jeter, left-hand dribble, gets it underneath to Mayer, up to Main for three, no good. Gets his own rebound, followed it nicely. Guarded by Randall. Jeter slides in and a great dish for two.
Doing a good job at staying with it because the movement's slower than slow.
4 minutes remaining in regulation. Morgan up 54-38. Randall, Saunders, three up, no good, and rebound tipped out. Morgan ball.
So baseline out of bounds opportunity here.
Jack Hurd in replacing Cade Randall. Jack Hurd has a state championship in football from 2024. He's a slot receiver, and in basketball from last season. Bracken Saunders didn't play football this
Duck
year.
in like that.
There's a little hook shot and good by Mason Williams. He has now 15 points in today's game.
Just setting up the high-low action out of that 1-4 low. Good action by Morgan.
Brody tried to pick the pocket and got called for the foul. Official gives him a word of advice not to complain
slap
about it.
from behind and not keep whining.
3 fouls now on Brody Peterson. Only the second team foul on the Trojans. Canyon View with 3 team fouls. Here's the inbounds play. Jumper by Jeter, shot no good. Rebound up high, Bracken Saunders, he's fouled. That one's on Whitaker, and that could be his 5th.
He has really worked hard this game. He's given it his all for sure. He ends up grabbing Bracken when it comes down. You can see on that replay, Bracken ripped the ball back, and that's going to send him to the bench.
Well, he's a 6'3" senior, and he had 5 and used them all.
He did, and man, he'll be tired. He worked really, really hard for the Falcons, trying to give everything he could.
Bracken's hard to guard. He's so physical and athletic, and not boxing one. Here's a baseball pass handled from Hansen to Saunders, and he goes down. He's fouled.
That's a classic from Coach Hunt right there. I called it Hunt because he ran it all the time when I was with him, and he ran it again. Calls it Murray.
Well, I'm surprised. He did that earlier this season. I'm surprised he didn't put Cade Randall, the quarterback, back in.
To set it right in his hand.
But Jake Hansen handled it just fine.
Yeah, he did. But yes, it's nice when you have a quarterback setting that in his hands. Makes it a little easier.
Bracken Saunders with 14 points. This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line. Had a 3-point play earlier this quarter. He's now 15 points for Bracken Saunders. Bracken averaging 23 points per game, ranked number 2 in 3A behind James Matson of American Heritage. Bracken averaging 23.1.
Brennan Chavez is going to check in the game for Canyon View. Give Camba a break. He'd worked really hard.
Bracken's both free throws were good for him. He has 16.
Rigby, he had some minutes earlier. He's back in the game as well. So quite a few bench players here for Canyon View getting some time on the state floor in the 4th quarter.
It's fun. Jeter with a nice little floater, no good. Rebound up high, Mason Williams. Be interesting to see if he has a double-double today.
Yeah, he's done a nice job on the glass. Of course, he's got the points.
Up by 20, 58-38. Brody Peterson hits Hansen on the cut, no. Turns around, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound, Williams again, right hand, off the glass for 2, Mason Williams.
Love the effort to keep chasing that offensive glass, get himself another one of those rebounds. We're talking about getting towards that double-double. I'm sure he's got it by now.
Mason, the leading scorer in today's game, now with 17 points. Here's Chavez with the ball now up to Maine.
He's got 8 rebounds. There's live stats across the gym. I finally was able to read it.
Okay, there it is.
So he's got 8 rebounds right now. Needs 2 more.
Shot up and good by number 23, Chavez. His first 2.
Coming off the bench, able to knock down your shot for a sophomore. That's a good way to get going in the state tournament.
Winner of this game will face Grantsville. Loser will face Emory. The semifinal will be at 7:10 or 7:30. Here's Bracken up and good, right hand on the left side, assisted by Hansen.
Rigby sticking with him pretty good, but man, he went up and down that lane line until he finally broke open, and the post entry was pretty.
6 assists for Hansen now. It's right at his season average. Leads all of 3A in assists per game. There's a steal by Hurd. No, Jeter got it back and takes a 3. No good. Rebound, Brody Peterson. Quickly up to Bracken. And controls it. What control by Bracken Saunders. Timeout Trojans. What a play. Jeter said, good job.
He had to say good job. I mean, seriously.
He assisted himself on that.
You get to watch that on that replay. That was so amazing. Good. As you see Bracken just see it, tip it up, go and get it in the air and finish it. That's pretty fancy basketball.
Cool. Yeah, Bracken now with 20 points leads all scores. Here it is again.
It looks like maybe Jeter helped him a little bit with that tip.
Do you think he'll share the assist with Jeter?
He probably ought to. It's like Coach Hunt's calling timeout, going to bring some guys off the bench.
Morgan with their striped warm-up pants. They wore those last season. Yeah, worked well last year. The Trojans won the state championship, had a season 26-1. Their only loss was in overtime against 4A Green Canyon by 1 point.
Yeah, that was a good run there.
So
they're on it right now, up 24 here.
So after this, the next game here will be Richfield and Ogden. Number 2 seeded Richfield will face Ogden at 12. I don't even know what time it is, but after this game goes final.
That's
right. And then we'll have American Heritage, the number 3 seed, will face Delta. So tomorrow, if Morgan holds on and wins this, it will play at 7:30 against Grantsville, and Canyon View will play at 2:30 against Emory. Right. You and I will be back at 4:10 to call the Morgan Trojan girls against the Emory Spartans.
That's right.
Be fun. Boys and girls championship here this weekend on the campus of Southern Utah University, America First Event Center.
Both teams getting a lot of guys on the floor.
Chavez in. Number 13 in for the Trojans, that's Jarek McCleary. He's a junior, great player. His brother is a freshman, is also on the team, Nash McCleary. Goes by Bobby the Water Boy is his nickname.
Tavis Winters for Canview checked in on that last timeout as well.
Brighton Wimpy up for 3, throws in daggers from deep. Number 10, Brighton Wimpy. He's a senior and a great player, Brighton Wimpy.
Fun to see him be able to get in and knock that one down.
Brighton has 22 threes on the season now, and we like to say the further back he gets, the more deadly he becomes.
Oh, really? Wow.
There's a 3 up by Maine, and he got it. Zach Maine.
Ready off of that sideline out of bounds catch and let it fly.
5 points for Maine. Stick with us for our Sunrise Engineering post game as soon as this game goes final. Fractions of a second differential in shot and game clock.
See if Morgan, if they try to get a last shot or if they'll just dribble it out.
See if they decide to take a turnover. Looks like they will. Morgan up 67-43. Canyon View fought hard today and played great, I thought. I really liked how Jeter Saunders played. Had 16 points.
Oh, he's a heck of a ball player, and they all work so hard. I liked the game plan with trying the box and one with your size, because that's a lot harder to run that box and one without that size. I thought the big guys played tough.
That's the end of the game. Morgan victorious by a score of 67-43. The number 1 seed defeats the number 8 seed. Want to keep it here for the post game? We'll keep it here.
All right.
What did you like about the Trojans play in this game?
I thought that they handled the early onslaught of just the physicality and getting their feet underneath them, the early morning, and they just stayed consistent. But then they started moving, got their man pressure on, and once that happened, then that's where you saw the separation take place. Once the defense had help, because early the help wasn't there, and once the defense had there, then they could take care of business, and then passing the ball. The ball moved, gave other guys opportunities. You saw the strength show up with the mid-range game, with the post game, and then Bracken just plugging along, getting her done.
Yeah, that little out-of-bounds play they ran there, and Caneview kind of got caught sleeping. Bracken just snuck in for an easy 2. Cade Randall, he's the Southpaw Outlaw, left-handed quarterback for the Trojans, and a really good player. Nice 3 there by Canyon View. Mason Williams had the hook shot going tonight.
He really did. He
17
liked
points.
that matchup, and he was ready to go at it and did a good job there.
Leading scorers in today's game was Bracken Saunders with 20. Mason Williams for the Trojans with 17, and cleared his rebounds, but he had close to a double-double.
Yeah, we'll see Bradfather what he's got him at. He should be bringing her.
Jeter Sanders was the leading scorer for the Falcons with 16. And Jack Mayer had 12. He had 10 points in the first quarter, really took Keg home for the Falcons.
Yeah, he did. He did a good job getting things going and like I said, getting some scoring going and going from there.
Morgan team is hard to handle, where you have some of the leaders in all of 3A in scoring, assists, and steals all on the court.
Well, and that's what makes the number 1 team so tough to handle, is when you're moving the ball so freely with those assists, you're turning people over, and you're leading those stat areas, that makes a big difference.
One of the big things that I didn't mention this earlier, but this Trojan has going for them too is their chemistry. All of these guys have been playing together since kindergarten.
Wow.
And it's really like some pictures of them in kindergarten playing together, but they've just stuck with it and really are really great friends on and off the court, which adds a lot to it.
It makes all the difference in the world when you've been able to play that long together and build that to where you don't have to look and see. You can tell that the post entry passes are so timely, because a lot of times those are hung up and they're held up, but these guys, they knock them in on time because they know where they're moving to. And of course, Coach Hunt, he loves good set actions, and they move through those really well.
Morgan looking to defend their title last year, winning the game against Richfield. That was a tough game, that championship game last year. Halftime score.
That was a slugfest.
It was. But
Richfield wants to get back there, and man, they've been playing good down the stretch. So it'll be interesting to see here with this Ogden matchup what happens. But Richfield, they're getting there too.
American Heritage has Jose Kajinga, who is an amazing post player.
Yeah. We'll get to see him on the next game.
Yeah, they will.
And look forward to see how he does as the day matches out. But Brad Father, he usually doesn't miss us. We're missing him here.
I'll mention some of the scoring that happened in today's game. First for the Trojans, Bracken Saunders with 20, Jake Hansen with 12, Mason Williams with 17, Brighton Wimpy with 3, Cade Spence gave the team a boost with 2 threes in the second quarter, Brody Peterson with 7, Cade Randall with 2, for the Canyon View Fanders with 16, followed by Jack Mayer with 12. Zach Main had 5.
Here he comes on the run.
Beeler with 2, Cambo with 3, and Chavez with 2.
Brad Father made it. He's delivering to everybody. So you went through those personals, and then here we've got Adams got him up on the board for us right there as well. If you want to keep going, that's fine.
So one of the things that stands out to me is the assists. Morgan assisted 20 assists. So of their 67 points, I mean, over half were assisted points, which is nice to see. And then their turnovers, 9 to 17, made a big difference.
When you can share the ball like that, it just makes it so hard to guard, because you draw all the attention and then you dump off, and guys moving without the ball to get into positions. It makes all the difference in the world when you're able to share the ball like that.
Morgan 5 of 16 from 3, Canyon View 3 of 13, and a couple those came late in the game, kind of when it didn't really matter. But 2-point shots, Morgan 29 of 54. They got out 54 shots. That's a really nice amount of shots to get off in a game.
Yes, yeah, getting those up and having that many possessions is a great opportunity for you to, take control and win the game.
Yeah, there's no doubt. So Morgan will go on to play Grantsville for the 3rd time this season. Morgan was victorious in the first 2 meetings against Grantsville, at Morgan and at Grantsville. In the Grantsville game at Morgan was where Bracken Saunders made a 2-point turnaround jumper from the free throw line to become the all-time leading scorer in Morgan High history, and he's building upon that now.
Awesome. Well, we'll look forward to seeing that one. As you said, that rivalry game is going to come back alive here in the state tournament again for the 3rd time.
Yeah, thank you for joining the Sunrise Engineering post-game show. Serving communities like yours all over the western United States is Sunrise Engineering. Should we sign off now?
I think we're probably there.
All right. Thank you for watching the 3A quarterfinals, where Morgan defeated Canyon View. This is Centracom and Team Hive and KSL Sports.
You've been listening to exciting high school basketball action on South Central Utah's sports leaders, Centracom, Team Hive, and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us next time for more exciting high school basketball action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centracom, Team Hive.